Hey everybody, it's November 2013. I haven't made a video in a very long time, maybe like 4 or 5 months. The main reason is my iPod won't connect to the internet ever since I updated it. So, a lot has gone on, and then again, not much has changed. Uh, I have to upload these videos. I have to go down the street where there's a signal and then upload the video. So I'm shooting this video standalone. I noticed, the funny thing is, I noticed while I wasn't even making videos, I started getting all these subscribers. Not a lot, but I wanted to make videos, but it's hard to talk about what happened because it's linked to my life before Cipro. And I don't like to think about the experience of Cipro and the aftermath and what has become of my life compared to what was possible. I don't like to think about that. It's not pleasant. So I really kept myself I really focused on poker. Ended up losing a lot of money, as you saw in some of my videos. I continued to lose money and then kind of gave up on that, and I got back into online gaming, and it's something I can do, and it keeps me from the frames, all these different frames that my mind can get into about what I could have done with my life, what could be happening with my life if it wasn't for the Cipro, if it wasn't for my condition, or just many things that just link into the whole nightmare web of thinking. Cipro really, not to say that it did do a lot of physical damage. I know it did damage to my joints. Not a ton, but like enough to where I have to be careful everything I do. But it also messed up my mind, even more than it already was. And that's been a very big battle, I don't have enough time to go into it all, but I guess I could say that I'm half lucky to still be alive, on my own hands. But I'd like to keep these videos about 10 minutes. I hope everyone is doing well. I stopped using Facebook and talking to the Cipro survivors and stuff. I hope they're doing well. Anybody that still watches this. And I don't know, I like to keep these videos 10 minutes, but sometimes I just keep going. I don't script anything I'm saying. So it's been 4 or 5 months. I did get a scooter, which I've already talked about, and it fell over. Either the wind or somebody pushed it over, and I had to take it to the shop, and the guy was taking forever. I finally just got it back, about 5 days ago. I just got it back, finally, after 2 months of not having it. And But that's not really relevant to, I'm not sure the purpose of my subscribers, people that watch my videos, you know, if they're just, they want to hear about Cipro, or they're actually interested in my pathetic life. So I'm not really sure what to talk about other than what's on my mind. I guess I wanted to talk about something, about someone that was important to me, and she was probably the most important person that I've met after the Cipro, and I wanted her, I don't know if she still watches my videos. I hope that she does. And I won't say her name because she doesn't want to be known to the public, but this is my medium, and I talk about what's on my mind, so if she's on my mind, I'm going to talk about her. I don't think it's, maybe it's an invasion of privacy for her. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about her. But I feel like I don't want to call her because it's kind of like, I don't want to invade her life. So I just, anyways, I just wanted to, I still think about her, and I think about the things that we talked about, and I think about how our relationship was. It was quick, you know, it was like 1 or 2 months, but we were really close, like mentally, you know. She really taught me some things, and I miss what we had. You know, I miss talking to her, and I miss the weird, well, not weird, but the kind of long distance connection that we had. Because we never met in person. We met online, and we kind of broke up online. But I'm sorry for talking about it. If she is watching, I know she doesn't. I just kind of have to get it out. You know, I don't want it to remain inside forever. You know, something happened to me. I wouldn't want it to never be recorded somehow. You know, at least it's on this medium, you know, which is, everything is online now, so but I miss her. You know, she is a special person, very unique, and I miss what we had, you know. So I'm not close to anybody now. I mean, most days go by and I don't really talk to anybody, you know, except for maybe the sandwich person or something. But she's the closest relationship that I had, and now it's gone. So it's kind of been, I've been distracting myself for months, and myself for months, and now that I want to have just this occasional contact with somebody that's actually interested in your life, and you know, that you can relate to and have some kind of connection with is what that connection was. You know, I don't. As you can see, 2 years after taking Cipro, more than 2 years after taking Cipro, my videos have become much less cohesive. There's a lot more pauses. September of 2011 was when I took Cipro. It's been over 2 years since I've taken it, and these are my hands. My hands were, I'm 37 years old, my hands were never this bony. My joints, my hip pops, I still have pain in my feet when I walk sometimes. It's just, I'm not really getting any better. This isn't normal aging. That's the scary thing that's happening to me is stuff is not getting better, and I know aging is not on my side, so when stuff isn't getting better, I get a little scared. When my digestion is still slow, and some of my subscribers haven't watched my previous videos, so it's hard to it's hard to recap everything every time. If you go back and watch my videos, you can see that the worst thing I feel that Cipro did to me was give me an internal spasm in my pelvic floor. I don't think anybody in this state maybe has it. Maybe somebody in the country, maybe a few people in the country have what I have. And it's from pills of Cipro and Flagyl for something I never had. And not to mention the other stuff, the mental stuff that I've been through, and the weakness and the pains, the condition that never seems to go away, that just seems permanent. It's very hard to describe. Like, I don't have any broken bones, I don't have any tendon ruptures, but it's like the cohesive material inside your body is degraded. Your joints, your connective, your skeletal tissue. If you go to ciprospoison.com and you read that, you'll understand that it destroys cartilage, and that's a nasty thing, because your body, I don't think your body fully regrows cartilage. It doesn't. That's stuff that you get, as you're growing as a kid. It grows, and then it gets to a certain point when you stop growing. It's like, okay, here's your cartilage. You can get bigger muscles and stuff, but your cartilage is like, it's kind of a set size. I mean, this is just my opinion. That's what I feel like. I feel like once you lose it, enough of it, you're kind of like wishful thinking, getting it back. Because my hip has been grinding for a year now, and I just don't feel like, it's gonna grow back. I've made little strides in progress. Like, I went to a field nearby, and I was able to jog slowly jog around the field. Like, I think I made it one day. I made it like three or four times. It was 4 times, I think. I slowly jogged around this field. I was winded as hell and tired, but I did it. But then, like, a few days later, I'm just walking, and my foot, injury comes back. The pain in the bottom of my foot, so I can't run anymore. It's just kind of like this up and down battle, and it's frustrating when you run, or you do a little bit of exercise, and then the next day, or a few days later, your body just almost like breaks from just doing normal stuff. So you don't want to run anymore. You don't want to push it. You know? And food is a whole nother story. Like food is just a big mystery. Like what is actually helping and what is hurting, and why I can go to the bathroom some days and not other days is just, you know. But yeah, I hope that the people from the Facebook group, watch this, and two people, there's 4 or 5 people that I remember from the Facebook group, and I hope you're doing all right. I don't want to say your names. I guess I could say your first names. Nobody's gonna know who I'm talking about. Let me know if I'm violating your privacy, but I don't think they really even watch. I hope they're doing all right. I hope they're recovering, better than I am. The thing that I am thankful for is, I can still walk. I can walk around the block carefully. So I'm thankful for that. I can still eat a majority of foods without having any, kind of reaction to. I know people that from the groups that can't really eat much at all without having really bad reactions, and that sucks. I'm glad that I don't have that issue. So I don't want to just sit here and talk about what I don't have, which I feel like is a huge amount of things. I want to just be thankful for what I do have. I don't have any pressure anymore for money. I have a little bit of money coming every month. Soon to be not much money at all, but at least I don't have that kind of pressure on me. Of course, I would trade it all to get my health back. If you watched this far, thank you. But I'll tell you that what I had in September of 2011 is I had a brand new car. I had an $80,000 job. I had a lot of things lined up. I was looking for a house. I was looking to get a girlfriend. And this job was my future. I could have worked there the rest of my life. It was a great company. I don't have any of that now. Whether you want to sit here and say, oh, it was all the Cipro's fault, or oh, it was because you weren't mentally strong enough to endure it. It was a combination of those things. But Cipro definitely played a part. Most definitely. There's no way in the world that my body can turn into this, and these things can happen from a purely mental standpoint. That's what they wanted to tell me in the hospital. It's all engineered to give you a drug for the drug companies, the murderers. Is that extreme? No, I don't think so. Most antibiotics are poison. They're meant to kill the infection, but they also have collateral damage on your body. No matter what they say, there is no safe antibiotic. Synthetic antibiotic. I don't know about natural antibiotics, I don't know if they're actually safe, but I don't believe that there is a safe synthetic antibiotic. Eventually, if you keep taking it, you will die. That's bottom line. And some of them are more potently toxic than the others. Obviously, fluoroquinolone antibiotics, Cipro, Avalox, Levaquin, are the worst. So I'm not sure, if anybody's watching these videos, I don't know what people want me to talk about. Do they want me to talk about Cipro and the pharmaceutical industry and the evil of it all? Or are they interested in my life and trying to recover, and how I'm trying to recover? I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying not to think about the past. If you understand, what Cipro took from me and what was possible and my personality and what I had yet to do, you would understand why I can't think about the past. Why I can't, because it makes me want to kill myself. And it's very difficult not to be reminded of the past in this condition, because it reminds you of, how did you get in this condition? Oh, that's right. I took Cipro. And then it just gets worse from there. So yeah, my only connection to the world now is YouTube videos. She was my connection to the world before, but she's gone. So this is my connection. This is my legacy. Not by choice, but I have to hold on to something. I see people may want me to talk about the condition, so they can relate to, oh yeah, that happens to me too. Random, I get finger pain because I use the keyboard a lot, on the computer, and I'll get finger pain. This finger, this thumb will hurt, and it's bizarre. I mean, not bizarre, but it's frustrating. I really should have a lot to talk about. I apologize for the light. I've been trying to get this stove light fixed, so the light's bad right now. It's kind of like shadowy. When I get this stove light fixed, it'll be the old, like the old videos where there was more light and stuff. I don't know why my iPod won't connect to my router. It acts completely connected. It says it's connected, but any internet app I use is dead. And I can go down the street and use, the free router just fine on the iPod. So I don't know what kind of setting what is going on with my router. Everything acts normal. It says it's connected. So it's a real pain in the ass. In fact, I don't even know how I'm going to upload this video. This video could be on my corpse. I guess I just wanted my thoughts recorded. Because I still think about I've realized, I've realized in this condition, like, as far as suicide goes, it's really, I've sort of gotten better at, like, realizing how futile it is to think about suicide and not do it. As weird as that seems, it's like, it's just a waste of time. To if you're gonna kill yourself, then just do it. Have a plan and do it. Don't. I mean, not like I'm telling you to do it, but I'm saying, like, the way to do it. It's a waste to obsess over suicide. You either try to recover, you try to get out of the ditch, or you call it quits. You know, that way you're not wasting time. You know, and hurting yourself even more. You know, so I've gotten better at that. I just keep trying. I just keep trying to be positive and wake up every day and say, okay, eventually my spasm is going to stop, and my bowels will turn around, and I'll start feeling better, and I'll start being able to do more physically, and mentally I'll improve. I think about who I was, and the people that liked me, and then I never got to fulfill that relationship. Uh, Before Cipro, I'll start imagining, situations like, oh, I'm married, and we have kids, and we have like great sex and all this stuff, and I start imagining that stuff, and that stuff's like, that's a bad frame. That's a bad frame to be in. When you're constantly thinking about what could have been, because